Hey there, tennis fans. I'm James Waterson, and welcome to Tennis Now's news update show, where you've got all you need to know about what's going on in tennis. Now, we are just days away from the start of the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals, which pits the game's top 8 players against one another. The draws for the elite event were released on Tuesday, and we're sure to see some compelling matchups early on. We'll start with Group A, which is led by Novak Djokovic. The 4-time Grand Slam champ and world number 1 has Andy Murray, David Ferrer, and Thomas Berdych in his group. Djokovic has had an excellent year as he's won the Australian Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open, plus 7 other titles. He'll be particularly well suited to be moving on from his group because he has a winning record against the other 3 players. For example, he has won 7 of his 8 matches against Berdych, while he has head-to-head records against Murray and Ferrer of a not-so-lopsided 6-4. Meanwhile, Murray has a winning record against Ferrer, but he's lost 3 of 4 matches against Berdych. Still, those two will be highly favored to advance from the group, although Ferrer and Berdych could cause an upset. In Group B, Rafael Nadal will have to contend with defending champion Roger Federer, Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, and Mardy Fish, who at 29 years old has qualified for the elite event for the first time in his career. Nadal has an overwhelmingly positive record against everyone, including Federer, but he hasn't played since he lost to Florian Mayer in Shanghai in October. And Federer is coming off of one of his best stretches of play this year. He won his 2nd title of the year in Basel, and then went on to claim his first ever Paris Masters trophy last week. Tsonga comes into London on a pretty good run as well, as he made the final in Paris, and he is also a very unpredictable player, and he could be the one to cause an upset in this group. Finally, there's Mardy Fish, who, if history is any indication, will have a pretty tough time in this tournament. He's beaten Nadal and Federer only once each in a combined 13 matches, and he lost to Tsonga in 5 sets at the US Open. Still, both groups feature some highly compelling matchups, and we could be in for a surprise or two by the time the semifinals roll around next week. In the doubles, the Bryan brothers will be going for their 9th title of the year and their 4th ATP World Tour Finals trophy, but they'll have to outplay US Open champions Jürgen Melzer and Philipp Petzschner, as well as Mahesh Bhupathi and Leander Paes. Robert Lindstedt and Horia Takau, the 6th-ranked doubles team, presents a tough challenge as well. In the other group, Michael Yodra and Anand Zimonjic take on French Open champions Daniel Nestor and Max Mirny, along with the Indo-Pac Express and Marius Fristenberg and Marcin Makowski. All of this should make for an excellent week of tennis, and the great news for you is we will be in London to cover it. We'll have video interviews and news, as well as other footage from around the O2 Arena. So to keep up with all that's going on next week, check us out at tennisnow.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube to see all the great content we're going to have for you from London. Now, before the tournament starts, make sure to check out our Barclays ATP World Tour Finals preview magazine, which we'll link to below. It's great, you should check it out. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you all from London.